And we're live at the 2015 San Diego Open. We are broadcasting from World Gym Eastlake. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me today is Scott Staples. Welcome, Scott.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's enjoying the start of this initial game.
Starting out with a competitive rally here, David Bobby Horn and Jake Bredenbeck. Quick side out there for Bredenbeck. Well, not so quick. That was a pretty good rally to open up the match.
It's a really joy seeing these two guys play every weekend.
Yeah, they're really fun to watch. They have matched up several times before in 2015 alone.
Skip.
You know, this whole weekend I've been watching Jake play. It seems he's a slow starter.
Punto.
A little bit, you know, I think maybe it's a matter of feeling out your opponent a little bit too.
Skip. 2 sirve 0.
Starting out here 2-0 with the David Horn in the lead. As I mentioned earlier, these two have matched up several times before. And going just off of 2015, we're going to call it the Bredenbeck and Horn series. These two are tied right now, 2 for 2. If we take a look at their history, the first time these two matched up was back at the San Luis Open, where Horn defeated Bredenbeck back in August, 9-2, winning his first WRT title. Unfortunate skip there.
That's an irregular skip by Horn. He usually hits those. Oh, Jake always does those back behind the body reach and just ends up killing it somehow in the front court.
Well, that seemed like a really easy or simple shot there for Horn, kind of putting it back here in the corner and just out of Bredenbeck's reach. Now these two did meet up twice in September. They met at the Grace Warrior Open in September, where Bredenbeck defeated Horn, winning the first game 13, losing the second 8, and coming back in the breaker to win 8, moving on to the finals. And then they met up the consecutive weekend at the Suncoast Open in the semifinals, where Horn defeated Bredenbeck in 3, winning the first game 12, losing the second 11, and coming back in the tiebreaker to win 8. From deep in the court, Bredenbeck puts it away. Now the last time these two met up was just last weekend in the Modesto Open, where they met in the semifinals, and Bredenbeck again won in 3, so we could be in for quite a long match here this evening.
After playing so much, they end up learning each other's games.
Cuatro sirve 3.
All right, score is 4 serving 3 right now in game 1. It's always fun to watch these two compete, knowing that they're such good friends off the court and such fierce competitors on the court.
You know, right now between the matches, we were outside, everybody was having tacos, and they're sitting there talking as if we're outside and we're having tacos and sodas and water, and they're hydrating. They're just talking about everyday things.
Yeah, and you know, actually in the quarterfinals, Bobby was coaching Jake a little bit during Jake's quarterfinals, so it's really nice to see how these two can transition between on the court life and off the court life. Ooh. Now Jake has been having some trouble with his knee here, and that wince on his face broadcast to us that it's still bothering him. Side out there for Bredenbeck.
3 sirve 8. Cuatro sirve 8.
And Bredenbeck definitely known for his drive serving. We didn't see too much drive serving in his quarterfinal match earlier today against Jordi Alonso, who happens to be the referee. Looks like he was saving it for the semifinals as he drive serves against Horn.
You know, everybody was commenting about Jake, and he's running back and doing his unorthodox
Cinco
shots,
sirve 8.
not facing the front wall like a normal traditional shot. Then he comes off and does a great shot like that.
Bredenbeck now creeping up the board. Looks like he's going to force Horn to go ahead and take a timeout, see if he can break some of Jake's momentum. We'll be right back with more of Game 1 right after this. And we're back live in Game 1 of our first semifinal of the evening. We are at the World Gym Eastlake for the 2015 San Diego Open, where Bredenbeck is chasing Horn now, down by 2. Side out for Horn, and that's just what you want when you call the timeout.
Yeah, see.
Second serve for Horn.
Short serve. That's what I'm talking about when he comes out and does an orthodox reverse pinch to the opposite side of the corner.
Nice side out there for Horn. We've been seeing a lot of Horn now in the semifinals in the last couple events. I know he's done some switch-ups in the last year of his training and eating, and now in the last year it's really starting to pay off for him.
You know, up in Stockton, where Horn is from, there's a great group of people over there playing. There's a great circle of great racquetball players. They have a great conditioning training team going on over there.
Absolutely, yeah. David Horn coming out of Stockton, California. Shout out to the 209.
Broken ball.
Broken ball. I'm sure these guys are going to smack it around a little bit, break it in.
They might go through 1 or 2 balls per game, the way these guys hit the ball.
Both Bobby Horn and Jake Bredenbeck are sponsored by Gearbox Racquetball. If you want to check out more about the gear and the rackets that these guys are using, like the new Beltran collection, go to gearboxrb.com. Ref's going to call it good. And there's a point for Bredenbeck. Ooh, tough rally here in game 1. As Bredenbeck is creeping up here. Trying to take, I think, and regain control here in game 1.
You know, like I said, Bredenbeck seems like a slow starter, but once he gets to about 6 or 7 point, he starts really turning it on.
He's going to tie it up here, 8-8. And with an ace serve, Bredenbeck now in the lead for the first time in game 1.
9-8.
Just out of his reach.
Yeah, we saw a little slip in footwork there from Jake too, and I don't know if that was just the deception or a little bit of his knee kicking in as well. All right, we'll get a second serve there for David Bobby Horn. And Horn's going to tie it up there, 9-9.
9 sirve 9.
Second serve. Take a quick second to shout out Bobby's grandma, who I'm sure is watching back there in Stockton. She's a big supporter of Bobby, obviously.
See, it's not a non-conventional shot right there that Jake does, but he does them all the time, so it makes it look easy.
Yeah, Jake coming from a pretty heavy racquetball family. He
Yeah.
kind of grew up where his parents owned a club, and his parents both play and are in the Minnesota Hall of Fame, or in the Racquetball Hall of Fame.
His brother, I think, just won Worlds or
He
Juniors.
did. His brother just won the Junior Nationals and is going to Worlds, Sam Bredenbeck, and he was actually coached by Jake when they were having the Junior Nationals. So certainly a racquetball family.
Yeah.
Nice cross court there from
Nice.
Bobby, just
That's
out
a good
of
shot
reach.
selection right there by Bobby. I think that was a short serve.
A lot of debate over that serve. Bobby thought it was an ace, right?
Hey, Bobby thought it was ace out. It cracked out, but it cracked out behind the line.
It's a tough job being the ref here.
Yes,
Our ref
yes,
tonight,
yes.
Jordy Alonso, who
The crowd's
made it
kind
to
of
the
tough
quarters.
too over here in Chula Vista, California. There's, we got about 40 people sitting in the stands, and everybody's very opinionated, so it's not easy to.
it's not an easy job.
Not an
that's
easy
for
job to
sure.
everybody watching.
Ooh, nice
Diving
diving
get.
get from Bobby Horn for the point.
11-9.
Puts him up by 2 in game 1.
Just out of his reach. But yeah, over here in Chula Vista, we got about 40 people in the stands and about another 20, 25 people standing around, standing room only over here in the club right now.
Yeah, World Gym Eastlake has been really great to us here this weekend. Of course, we thank Felipe Padilla and his team here at World Gym for helping us get this event off. Horn pumping himself up there as he now takes a 3-point
sirve
lead
9.
in game 1. Ref's calling that serve.
After earlier talking to Bobby, he said he plays Jake so much and he enjoys Jake's game, but he would have rather play Yordi
Yeah.
in this semi because of it's a different game and he wants to see a different game of racquetball. And he plays Jake, as we mentioned before, that he plays him a lot. And it's a great battle, but he would rather,
9 sirve
if he had
12.
his choice, he would have wanted to play Yordi, the referee.
Nice get. Jake chases it down between the legs, and Bobby puts it away down the line. Crowd loving that rally.
Really chasing the ball down.
12 sirve 9.
And he does that shot through the legs a lot in the back corner.
He does. He's pretty much known for that.
So much power in those shots right there down the line. Ball curves.
Yeah.
Sitting right here behind it, you can just see the ball curve, and that's there's a lot of power behind it, and it's a great gearbox ball.
9-12.
Great gearbox racket, gearbox ball, and a gearbox player.
You put that kind of power behind this strategy, and that's what keeps us here at the pro level. They were talking about how often these
Yes,
two play
sirve
each other,
12.
and I know that Jake's come up to the Bay Area where Bobby Horn lives and trains several times, and those two train together frequently now in the last couple months as Jake's been making his way up to the Bay Area. Nice side out for Horn. Horn hasn't scored many points here in the last couple rallies. Interesting to see if he can get one here. Ooh. I thought I saw the skip as well. There's a side out for Bredenbeck.
A lot of people thought Horn thought it was
sirve
good,
12.
but the crowd told him it was skipped, and he accepted that.
Good sportsmanship.
Sirve 10.
All right, the score is still 12-10 here in game one, as we are now in the 5th game of the Bredenbeck Horn series.
I'm pretty sure this would be mini of mini
Oh, the
series.
many
Of mini
of
series.
mini-series.
10. Sirve
Many of
12.
mini series.
Yeah, Jake Bredenbeck currently number 2 on the WRT. Bobby Horn in a very good position to become the number 3 on the WRT. He would replace Polo Gutierrez, who has been out with an injury and probably will not return for the rest of 2015, but he is hoping to come back in January 2016, so shout out to Polo Gutierrez. Between the legs from Bredenbeck and Horn. Nice dive. Wow, and Bobby
Nice
just
diving
hits it
get.
so low, there's no returning
Yeah.
that.
13 sirve 10.
Well, and with that, it gives Bobby Horn his first point in 10 minutes. Bobby got that.
Skip the ball.
The crowd just going crazy over that
14
script.
10.
Skip, excuse me. Woo. It's getting loud here in San Diego. Loving it. Game point for David Bobby
Short
Horn.
serve. See the frustration on Jake's face.
Yeah.
Skip the ball. Skip for game 4. 1.
Skip for Jake, and with that, Horn wins the first game 15-10 in our first semifinal of the night. There's lots more racquetball to come here in San Diego. We definitely have another semifinal coming up at 6 p.m. But first, we'll be back with game 2 right after this. And we're back live in San Diego at World Gym Eastlake, and we're about to start game 2 between Jake Bredenbeck and David Bobby Horn. Horn taking game 1, 15-10. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me on the mic is Scott Staples. Welcome, Scott.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
So we saw a very competitive game 1 here between Bredenbeck and Horn, and basically anything can happen here in game 2.
0.
Scott, any insights you'd like to offer?
You know,
Second serve.
Jake's going to come out with a vengeance right now. He left the court very frustrated. During the break, he was in the corner drinking and swiping off his sweat. You can see the frustration on his face. Even right now, you can see the intensity on him. That he's going to come out with a vengeance. This is going to go to a game 3.
Yeah, Jake's ready to fight for this here today. And so is Bobby.
But also talking to Jake, you know, over the last couple months, he's played a lot of racquetball.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of racquetball, almost every weekend playing so much racquetball. It can take the toll on the body. And to come out and play at this level with this high intensity, it's very hard to do.
I mentioned that Jake has been coming up to the San Francisco Bay Area to do some training, and he is about 2 months into a 3-month on the road kind of stint. So
yeah,
That's kind of the life of a pro here, is traveling around
Cero sirve 1.
and living from hotel to hotel,
Yeah.
couch to couch, whatever you got to do to keep playing.
1 sirve 1.
1-1, it's all tied up in game 2. Nice serve from David Bobby Horn. We saw a lot of switching of
Dos
serving
sirve
from him in
uno.
the quarterfinals, and I think that's just another weapon that Bobby can use.
Right there, caught Jake going the other way.
3
Nice.
sirve 1.
Right down the line. 3-1. I don't see the ref calling. I think right there that should have, if it wasn't a short ball, it should have been avoidable hinder.
Cuatro sirve
All right,
1.
well, Bobby starting out strong here in game 1 with a 3-point lead.
That right there, rolls it out in the front corner. Is just an awesome shot.
1 sirve
I
4.
Very
think we
hard.
could even say that was nasty.
That was nasty.
All right, and here's Bredenbeck answering
2
back
sirve 4.
with a point.
You know, in Jake's game, he likes one of his things he likes to do. He'll talk to people about him. He likes to keep his
4
opponents
sirve
guessing
2.
to where he doesn't. You don't know where he's going each shot. That's why he shoots between the legs, behind the back, underneath the armpit,
Cinco
over the
sirve
head, and keep the opponent guessing. Where's the ball going to go? Where's it coming from?
It's fun for spectators, too.
Yeah, the spectators like it whenever he comes over and he does a behind the back, through the
2
leg,
sirve 5.
Oh, yeah, we love that.
pinch in the right-hand corner.
And then you got Bobby Horn, who like climbs walls and dives all over the place, and that's what makes it really fun to watch these guys.
Ball kind of cracked out. I wouldn't have called a hinder on that. The ball cracked out,
2
but the referee
sirve
called it
5.
over. Ball kind of cracked out.
Ooh. I'd say that looked like it just was short of the front wall there.
5 sirve 2.
Nice return there from Jake, right down the line,
Read
just
that
hugging
good.
that wall.
Yeah, Jack read that one. He was waiting for it.
Oh, wow, what was that?
I don't know. It looked like almost as if Jake had.
Jake thought it maybe stopped or something,
Yeah.
right?
3
It stopped
sirve
at a
5.
dive.
Ooh. Bobby with a lot of self-talk there, talking himself through that one.
Got to amp himself up.
Yeah, to me, that's got to be one of the biggest
Cuatro
challenges.
sirve
You're your
cinco.
own cheerleader, your own coach, and you're just out there, you
Yeah.
and your opponent, isolated a little bit.
It's like they say the game's, what is it, 80% mental, 20% physical. You go in there and you get on the court and you start talking a little trash to your opponent,
Yeah.
get in his head.
I was going to
You know,
say,
a lot of
yeah,
the- a lot of
it's
the-
only you and him, so it's a matter
Yeah.
of being able to separate that trash talk and that
Separate-
self-talk.
Yeah.
5 sirve 5.
Amp yourself up.
It's all tied up, 5-5. Bobby gets that one. Nice effort there from Bobby. That's going to put Bredenbeck now in the lead.
6-5.
I don't know. Well, Bobby's wanting that to be a hinder. He was going the opposite direction, but Jake's been a gentleman. He's going to give it back to him and let him do it over.
6 sirve
That's what
5.
they like to see, a good attitude here on the WRT.
just out of
Ooh.
Jake's reach. You know what I like about the club today? And today we have a couple people in the audience. We got a couple
Cinco
of
sirve 6.
old club legends here from San Diego. We got Dean Buck, who ran tournaments here in San Diego. He's about 95 years old now, retired Navy pilot, and he ran tournaments and leagues and back in the
6 sirve
80s
5.
here in San Diego County. He has a really big name here, and he came out here to watch it and support the WRT, brought his family out here, and it's a good time.
That's awesome. Ooh, nice shot there from Bredenbeck deep in the court.
7 sirve 5.
Yeah, we've had a lot of great support here in San Diego. Also like to give a shout out to our DJ, Alex Crescenzio, keeping the crowd pumping.
Plays good music. He keeps everybody involved and everybody
Keeps
going.
us pumped up here.
Pumped it up.
And of course we had the party, our Gearbox
Cinco sirve
WRT
siete.
party with lots of delicious food provided by Victor Rodriguez.
From Roberto's Taco Shop, right?
Yes, out in Anaheim. Ooh, what a shot from Bobby off the back glass with a rollout.
6 sirve 7.
Ooh, nice shot there from Bobby from close in the court. I always feel like there's so
Siete,
much
siete,
pressure when
siete.
you're up there in the front of the court.
They handle the pressure well. They make it. They hide it well. Once again, he caught Jake going the opposite direction.
8 sirve 7.
Surprised him, kept him guessing, using Jake's strategy against him.
And with that, Bobby
Sirve
Horn
siete.
now up by 2 points, forcing Jake Bredenbeck to go ahead and take a timeout, see if he could recollect himself and apply the pressure back on Horn. We'll be right back with more of Game 2 right after this. And we're back live in Game 2 of our first semifinal of the 2015 San Diego Open. We are broadcasting from the World Gym East Lake, where Bobby Horn is leading now, up Game 1 15-10 and up in Game 2 9-7. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me on the mic is Scott Staples.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you, Scott.
how's everybody doing out there
Yeah.
tonight? Enjoying some great games of racquetball here in Chula Vista, California.
Great crowd and great energy here at World Gym. Ooh.
I do a lot of commentating for the
10
tournaments and
sirve
stuff. When we
siete.
do them locally, I'll be like the amp man for the tournaments, and when they do a skip or something, I will say that shot is sponsored by one of
Yeah.
our sponsors. If it's a bad skip or a bad call by the ref, get the crowd into it a little bit, you know, like that
Get
skip
'em
would have been
fired
brought by a
up.
certain company.
Yeah.
Get the
Well, I
crowd.
know one of the former pros here is also the manager and who's been helping us run the event at World Gym East Lake.
7-10.
Jackie
Felipe
Parrizio.
Padilla. So, well, oh no, so yeah, well, Jackie is the official pro,
Yeah.
but Felipe is a former pro. And so when someone skips, everyone says, Felipe,
Yeah.
that's a Felipe. Maybe he wasn't a pro, but an open player at least.
Yeah, that Felipe sound that everybody
10
makes.
sirve 7.
Got hit by the ball, served it right back into himself, hit him with the ball.
11-7.
Ooh, and that ball just drops kind of right there off the wall and puts Bredenbeck back in the service box.
7-11.
Nice and smooth backhand corner.
8 sirve 11.
Short serve from Bredenbeck. known for his drive serving here on the WRT. Side out for
11-8.
Horn, who seems to be in control so far in this match. Well, I hope I didn't just jinx him, the commentator
8-11.
curse
I hope
there.
I didn't jinx Jake by saying this and go to a 3-gamer.
Ooh,
9-11.
that was kind of tough. I thought same thing as Bobby. Jake was going to throw him to the other side of the court, and he went down
Jake,
the line.
he wants to keep him guessing, and he's going to mix
It's
up his
working.
shots. And
Short serve.
nobody expects that Jake to do a touch.
Right. You have a power guy, you
He's known
expect
for
power
power,
all
yeah.
the time. Ooh.
Hit him a little bit, served it back into him. It came
Ref's
off the
going to
wall.
call a replay.
A replay. I mean, he had enough room. You got to give your opponent a line or each corner.
9-11.
Good defense from Horn. Oh, physical.
Jake was going to take that shot no matter what.
Yep, a little knock to Horn, and Jake staying on the
10,
offensive in that
11.
rally. Horn doing a good job of keeping the ball alive.
Timeout,
That's
David.
going to tie it up
Timeout.
now in game 2, 11-11, and Horn's going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll be right back with a word from our sponsors.
Jake was kind of on a roll there, and so David wants to stop Jake's momentum and take a timeout. We'll see how that works for him. Jake was looking like he was needing a good timeout, so could have worked good or bad in his favor.
This is game 2 of the 2015 San Diego Open, our first semifinal of the evening, where it's all tied up 11-11. Coming up right after this, we do have Alex Cardona versus
11
Jaime
sirve
Martel.
11.
Ooh,
Just out of his reach.
great rally here, and that gives Horn the
11
side
sirve
out.
11.
Still tied, 11-11.
You know, Jake has that setup whenever he sets up kind of that unorthodox arm. And then he just comes out and
11
just,
sirve 11.
just generates so much power and puts the ball down. Makes it look easy. Skip.
Ooh, that was close there for Bredenbeck. There's a
11
skip,
sirve 11.
and it's still tied here, 11-11. Ooh, nice skip from Bredenbeck. Wow, what a rally, yeah.
Nice rally.
Great rally for these
12
guys. Two
sirve
great
11.
gets there from Bredenbeck.
12-11.
Quick hands from Bredenbeck. Ooh,
Great getting the back by Brendan.
Yeah.
That ball was a half an inch off the
11,
ground. He
12.
picked it up, brought it back, and forced David to skip the ball. Had Bobby on the run there, chasing that ball down on the serve. That was a good
12
serve.
sirve 11.
What a serve from David Bobby Horn, another ace.
13 sirve 11.
That's going to put him in the lead now by 2. Horn in a position of 2 points away from closing out the match. Between the legs from Horn. Oh, wow. That ball kind of died off that back glass. Bredenbeck keeps it alive. What a rally there to make it to match
11.
point, excuse me, for David Bobby Horn.
Jake taking a deep breath, looking at the score, feeling the pressure. Bobby got a lot of momentum and coming through.
Side out there for Jake Bredenbeck.
These next points are going to be crucial for Jake to come back.
11-14.
Jake frustrated, thought it was 2 bounces right there. Audience, everybody, the crowd saying it's 2, but the ref missed that one. Jake's a little frustrated on that one. Working so hard.
The ref's call
14 sirve
goes.
11.
That means it's match point for David Bobby Horn.
Oh, crucial
And a
skip.
big skip for
Big
Horn.
skip for Horn right there. Jake needed that break. Had a couple of choice words for the ref. Get his head back in the game.
11-14.
11-14. Short serve.
Oh, and Horn puts it away for his 3rd match point opportunity here
14-11.
in our first semifinal of the night of the 2015 San Diego Open.
Little trash talking there in the
Yeah.
court between Jake and David right there.
A lot of trash talking.
Gotta win every-
A lot
after
of
the game.
discussion,
After the
maybe.
match, we got to see what they're talking about. What was
I gotta
said.
turn up that court mic. Ref's calling
Jake
2
frustrated
bounces.
Right there. Sorry about that. Jake frustrated right there because the ref has, in my opinion, has missed a lot of double bounce calls and frustrating Jake.
Short serve, Bobby checking the ball. Nice pickup from Bobby all over the court.
Well, let's go, guys. Give it up for that rally there. That was
That's
a great
a
rally.
great
That wasn't
rally.
That ball was way past him. David would have got that ball because it was up, so I agree with the call that to play it over, but that was a great rally.
Yeah, both these guys get into a lot of balls, working hard here to keep this match alive. Ooh.
You know, you can see the frustration of the players on these rallies because they're hitting the ball, and the ball, you don't normally see at this
12-14.
level, seeing the ball hit up that high. And if everybody watching at home seeing the balls being left up, it's almost, almost paddle ball or, just a bunch of D players out there at this level. But there you just see the frustration of the players out there just wanting to kill the ball. That's another missed call by the ref. That was a good ball.
Ooh.
That's a lot of frustration, and that's what we're
Yeah.
going back earlier, talking about the mental game of you cheering up yourself, and then when you got a ref making calls like that, it's rough. Good serve right there.
Wow.
Jake finally got his call.
Wow.
Pointing at the ref, asking if it was a good call. Ball died in the back corner, couldn't get it. You hear the crowd out there. There it is.
14-14.
Jake pumping
Wow.
himself up. Timeout, Bobby.
That is
14,
just crazy.
14.
Yeah.
You can't ask for a better game like this.
I
A better,
know,
you know,
right? What a semifinal. These guys are going to take a quick timeout, and so we will be. And we're back live where the San Diego crowd is pumped up because it's tied up here 14-14 in game 2. If Bredenbeck can go ahead and close out game 2 right here, we're going to breaker.
Now I hope
I'm
so.
Laura
This
McCormick
crowd would
with-
love it. We would love it. Everybody would love it going to a tiebreaker right now. Just more high-level
14 sirve
racquetball.
14.
Joining me here and keeping the crowd pumped up is Scott Staples.
You got to keep them into their game, man. You know, this isn't golf or tennis.
Yeah, we can make some noise.
Put it away. Done.
Wow. Oh my God.
Great game, gentlemen.
What a way to end
Can't do
game
nothing but applaud
2.
that one, guys. Crowd going wild, giving high fives as the players are walking out amongst themselves. Great game.
That means we're going to breaker. We'll be right back in just a few minutes with game 3. The 2015 San Diego Open brought to you by Gearbox, Live Racquetball, the Reaching Your Dream Foundation. Visit give2rydf.org. World Gym Eastlake, the premier facility, and OHE Painting and Wall Covering. And we're live here in San Diego at the 2015 San Diego Open, where we have Jake Bredenbeck and David Bobby Horn going to tiebreaker. It's been quite an insane match here so far, and now it's basically a game to 11. I'm Laura McCormick with the WRT, and joining me on the mic is Scott Staples, who's also been keeping the crowd pumped here in San Diego.
You got to get them pumped over. This isn't tennis or golf. I want people
noise.
smacking the glass after a great rally, great shot. Let them know that. Get up and smack the glass. Let these players feel that energy.
Zero one.
Quite a crazy match here so far, as Jake Bredenbeck and David Bobby Horn have matched up at least 4 times before. This is the 5th, if we're going to say that they're in a series. Now, traditionally, these two do usually make it to 3 games in a match anyway, so this, I guess, should be expected when we see a Bredenbeck Horn matchup.
Yes, it should. You know, as proven in the past that they do go to a 3-gamer.
Zero uno.
Ooh.
Dos sirve cero.
Jake a little frustrated with
Score
himself
2-0.
there.
Tres sirve cero.
Horn in the
Tres,
lead so
sirve
far
cero.
here in game 3. 3-0. Error there for Horn gives Jake the side out.
Big overhand shot right
Cero
there by
tres.
Bredenbeck.
Second serve. Ooh, just out of reach there for Horn. And the first point then for Bredenbeck.
1 sirve 3.
This is the first time I've seen Bredenbeck change shirts out of the whole weekend. When he plays the game, he usually plays just wears one shirt.
I was going to say, it's kind of unusual. Normally he changes his shirt many times.
Really?
Yeah.
No, earlier, the last match, I was like, hey, you going to change your shirt? He's like, nah.
No, just going to keep it really
Gonna
sweaty
keep
and
going.
dirty, huh?
Is that a broken ball? Broke the ball.
Broken ball, they're going to switch it out and break it in a little bit.
3 sirve 1.
Ooh, nice skip from Bredenbeck. And a
skipped it.
skip from Horn.
You know, sometimes you know how you see it whenever at this level, even at
Uno
all
sirve
levels, the
tres.
ball gets past you, you kind of get on your back heel and you think they're not going to get it. They get it, and it's kind of hard to gain your composure and come back and kill the ball. It's like almost like, oh my God, he got that.
Yeah.
Little hinder
Really
call.
fun to watch these two. Very evenly matched as we have our number 2 and number 3 seed here
Uno
this
sirve
weekend
tres.
at the 2015 San Diego Open. Battling it out for the 5th time here in 2015.
No, that's what I love about the WRT is that it's never a blowout. It's always a good battle. You don't ever see a big blowout. Come out there and you got great guys, and they're just leaving it all on the court.
Super competitive.
Competitive, shooting it.
Good sportsmanship. Whoa, what a rally here between these two. I think they're trying to tire each other out out
Yes,
there.
they are. They're keeping everybody running. You know, we put the stickers at a certain level so that way the guys will see that hit them below the stickers.
Right, like come on guys.
2 3.
Hit them below the stickers.
I guess we'll have to lower them.
Easy scoop for Jake there.
3 3.
All tied up, 3-3. Gonna call a second serve. Bredenbeck visibly distressed with that call.
You know, but Bredenbeck can't let the ref get in his mind like that because you can see he's laughing about it right now.
Yeah, it's funny to see him laugh about it, so you hope that means he's putting it out of his mind, but
can't take it personal. Just let it go. If you turn it into a 2-1 battle, that's
yeah. Oh, looks like he could overcome that. Win the point. Sends Bobby chasing that ball around.
4 sirve 3.
You know, it's
Be
funny when I give classes, I tell people, you don't want to look like a dog chasing the ball inside the court. Timeout, David.
Tiempo
Yeah,
fuera.
Jake looking really comfortable up there at the front of the court. It'll be interesting to see if Bobby can go ahead and reset his mind and come back here after the timeout and make something happen. We'll be right back in just a moment. Yeah, it's been a really fun weekend here. We're very grateful to Felipe Padilla and World Gym Eastlake for hosting us here this weekend.
World Gym, Eastlake, we got OEG Painting, we got Moses Tile and Stone. We got a lot of sponsors that come out and help us out, because if it wasn't for our local sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Absolutely. Oh, nice what effort. A rally. Great effort from Bredenbeck. That's just what Horn wants after calling that timeout, is to come back and win the rally. This is going to put him in a position now to score. And for him, hopefully, tie up game 3. Coming up right after this, we do have another semifinal featuring Alex Cardona and Jaime Martel. So make sure those of you watching at home, you don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more racquetball after this incredible tiebreaker to find out who will be playing in the finals tomorrow at 12 p.m. Of course, we do have more upcoming events here with the WRT. November 19th, we will be traveling to Bremerton, Washington for the Kitsap Splat. If you guys want to sign up for that, go to kitsapsplat.com or visit worldracquetballtour.com, where you can check out all of our future tournaments. We'll be getting our 2016 schedule up there very soon. See you, there's more with the WRT. Those two jammed up a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a replay.
Yeah, as a replay, he was going back and Horn was in his way. That's a good call by the ref.
Ooh, a nice shot there from Bobby Horn. All confidence up there in the front of the court.
4-5.
David Horn
5-4.
between the leg shot. Didn't work out too well for him. Skip ball, side out.
Second serve for Bredenbeck. Still leading here in game 3. Between the legs from Bredenbeck. Oh, those two kind of jammed up there, and with Bobby taking this shot, there's some controversy. All right, Bobby Horn discussing with our referee, Jordi Alonso, the call. Scott, any insight on what you think happened there?
Really, the only thing I'm thinking about is that he thought the serve was short.
6-4.
On it, and Jake and him kind of mixed up, but gotta play ball.
Good shot.
That was a good shot. David thinks it's skip, but that was a good ball. Sorry about that, guys. We'll make the score change. It's 7-4 now.
7-4.
Ooh, big skip there from Horn.
Tiempo fuera.
Called timeout.
Good timeout for Horn.
Yeah, David called the timeout. It's a little frustrating, watching that.
Yeah, he's going to need to change something.
Yeah, that last play, he thought that the last rally, he thought the serve was short, and then when they mixed up the bodies over here, they kind of...
Yeah, these guys kind of getting jammed up here, and Bredenbeck in the lead by 4. We'll go ahead and take a moment to talk to you guys about the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, helping players get to events like the San Diego Open. Both Bobby Horn and Jake Bredenbeck have received benefits from the Reaching Your Dream Foundation. We encourage all of you watching at home to go to give2rydf.org right now and donate to the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, helping players overcome the challenges of getting to events like this. It's nice to know that these guys can spend their life on the road and playing the playing the sport that they love so much. So go to give2rydf.org today to find out more and make a donation.
Juego.
Ref's calling time in, and we'll see if Bobby Horn is able to change something here and get the momentum going back in his favor. Down by 4 now in game 1. For those of you watching at home, we appreciate you watching, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at World Arball Tour, and you can also check out all of our past events at youtube.com/World Racquetball. Subscribe today and never miss a WRT past event.
Nice shot there.
9
Back
sirve
David
4.
talking to himself a little bit, but he put himself totally out of position, and Jake took advantage of it and sent it to the back court.
Ooh, what a rally here, and a nice soft touch from Bobby Horn to end that and give him the side out.
4 sirve 9.
Anything can happen here. We've seen Bobby come from a bigger deficit than this.
Yes, we have. Bobby is very strong mentally. He stays in the game. He doesn't let
5
frustrated
9.
mistakes get to him. Play by play, point by point. Calm, cool, and
6
collected.
9.
Forces opponents to make the error just like he did right there with Jake skipping the ball. Easy shot, should have been a good kill shot, but Jake skipped it.
2 quick points in a row from Horn.
Short serve.
Get a second serve.
Beautiful shot there by Jake. You know, that serve right there is served because you want to pinch, you want to get your opponent into the back court to where he can't get a full
9
swing.
sirve 6.
Jake takes a swing and puts it away in the corner.
And Bobby looking really comfortable with that return right there.
Yeah.
Nice backhand from Horn.
6 sirve 9.
Another quick side out for Bredenbeck. No points scored here.
9 sirve 6.
Jake really enjoys that Z serve. He looks like he's going to do it again. Oh,
Drive serve. Bobby scoops it up. Ooh, nice
little
low
fist
shot
pump by
there.
David.
Pumping himself up, keeping it alive here in
6
game
sirve 9.
3. Down by 3. Looks like he's going to switch up the serve. Oh, nice placement from Jake and a great get from Horn. Between the legs from Horn.
Nice pass,
Another
great
tough
rally.
Horn applauding Jake there. That was a great shot from Bredenbeck.
By both of them. I mean, that
I
diving
mean,
get.
keeping it
6.
alive out there, absolutely incredible.
That diving get David just did in the back corner and sent it up and then running back up the front court, getting that ball. You know, you just.
The athleticism here between these two guys is just incredible. Between Horn's quickness and Bredenbeck moving the ball around, that's a great rally. Looking for the wet spot here. This is game 3 of our first semifinal of the evening, which means we have another semifinal coming up right after this, so don't go anywhere. You want to watch number 1, Alex Cardona,
9 sirve 6.
against number 5, Jaime Martel. Short serve.
6 sirve 9.
What a serve there from Bobby Horn, an ace in game 3.
Jake double checking with the ref, make sure that was a good one. Short serve there. I see that's been Jake's mind all of his games.
7 sirve 9.
The refs calls on short serves, or not calls at all. Jake
All right.
leaving it up like that. David's going to put it away
8
every
sirve
time.
9.
Pumping himself up. Let's see if he can tie it up here with this. Oh, nice effort there
timing.
from Bobby.
David talking to himself, pumping himself up.
9
Jake doing a
sirve
little the same
8.
right now.
Side out for side out here, and giving Bobby Horn another opportunity to tie it up. He's down by 1 in game 3.
So much
Great
power
shot,
generated
yeah.
those shots. Jeez. I
So
don't know how
much
people can see it
power
online
that
at
it's
home,
so
but
low.
it just right now seeing Jake setting up and just feeling that boom.
Crowd
I'm behind.
loves
I'm
it.
sitting behind the court. I can feel the power generating the boom. I don't know if it's the power or if it's the gearbox racket.
Good question. If you guys want to check out more about the Gearbox racket and give it a try, go to gearboxrb.com.
I left it up. Jake's got to put that away.
Diez sirve 8.
Well, this means it's match point now for Bredenbeck as he stares down Horn at the back of the court. Incredible from Bredenbeck. That means he defeats David Bobby Horn. The crowd going crazy. We're going to get some words from Bredenbeck in just a moment.
Amazing.
Thank you,
shot.
Scott, for joining me on the mic, and don't you guys go anywhere. We'll
No,
hear
thank you for
from
having me.
Jake Bredenbeck in just a moment.
San Diego, give it up one more time for David Bobby Horn and Jake Bredenbeck. What a semifinal. That's the level of competition that we like to see here at World Gym Eastlake. Thank you all for coming out. Let's go ahead and bring out Jake Bredenbeck and get a couple words from him. Go ahead, clap it out and bring Jake out here. An outstanding match between both opponents. You two have matched up several times before. That was part 5 of the series between Bredenbeck and Horn. Talk to me a little bit in the crowd about how that match was for you.
First of all, thank you guys for coming out and cheering. It's awesome. Bobby is a great friend of mine. We always have battles on the court. I was lucky to pull this one out. Felt like I played pretty well. He's always a tough match against him. We play a lot outside of tournaments as well, so, hats off to him. Great competitor, and congratulations on a good tournament for Bobby. And other than that, felt pretty well. Made shots when I needed to, and just got to get ready for tomorrow again. So hopefully rest up tonight. Lastly, thanks to Gearbox and Rafa and Joel and everyone for putting in work. Thanks to Pablo and Anthony and you for the broadcast, and Pablo for the WRT for allowing us to play. Reaching Your Dream Foundation. We don't get to play without all of you guys, so thanks again, and thanks to everyone watching back home. I got to give a special shout out to Alexi David Coco, because he gave me a little crap earlier, but thank you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Actually, stick around. We got one more. We got another good one coming, so thank you.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah, make sure you guys don't go anywhere. There is another semifinal coming up. Right now, we're going to kick it off with Alex Cardona and Jaime Martel. So, of course, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Go refill your cups and get back here for the next semifinal.